Anne on this Monday sunny, I hope it's sunny where you are, evening. I hope you've all had some lovely bank holidays, a lovely coronation, and time to relax and put your feet up because it's been quite busy, hasn't it? Well, we probably won't be here for the next bank holiday, but in the meantime, I'm here tonight, this evening, right now, and I'm here to look at your questions. And thank you to those who've been sending questions in. If you haven't already sent your question in, it's really easy because on the screen underneath you can see all you have to do is text Anne with an E and your name and your question and send it to the number on screen, which is 07700 152 500. So that's how you can get involved. Very easy. Or you can go to www.asktheanswer.com and make yourself a member, a Purple Hearts member. And in there you will find you can join and then ask your question in there. Now we have two ways of asking questions. If you're in a rush and you desperately need an answer, but you want it answered tonight, then you can go the premium route, which means for a small fee, you can jump the queue basically. So it's our VIP service where you get to jump the queue and then you can get your answer and off you go. Anything else, you'll just have to wait in turn while we work my way through all the questions. But like I said, there's lots of questions that have been sent in, and I'm really looking forward to having a look at these questions. If you're new to this and wondering who I am a psychic medium of over 20 years. It's been a while now. And I work with my tarot cards, my spirit guides, my angels. I also am a teacher, so I teach about tarot, I teach spiritual development, I teach about auras and chakras, and I also am a Reiki, an angelic Reiki master teacher, so I do a lot of that as well. So there's lots of things that I can connect into if you're looking for a question to be answered. So I have various different cards here. I usually give you a little show. This is the Easy Tarot, which I love because it's very colourful and vibrant. And I also have the Sairo Machete, pretty much by the same guy, the illustrations. I do love his work. I have the Rider-Waite hologram cards too. And they're all shiny. There we go. And I have my angel cards tonight. And I love my angel cards. I've been working with these since day one, really. So there's all sorts here. So if you're watching on the channel, then I can't take questions from here. So Patricia, go to text Anne your name and your question and the number underneath if you want a question answered. Welcome to, I think it's Ian from Ireland. Thank you for, it's Patricia, same person. Patricia, thank you for joining us. Or if you can't do it on your mobile in the UK, then simply go to asktheanswer.com, make yourself a Purple Hearts member, and there you'll be able to ask your question, okay? I'm usually here on a Monday night. We've been doing this for a month or two now, and it's been great, you know. See lots of you coming back asking questions that have led on from the other questions that you've asked. So without further ado, we will get cracking, as they say. So tonight I want to welcome Leslie, because Leslie's our first lady who's posed a question. And Leslie has come through on the premium line. So she's saying, hi Anne, we now have a buyer for the holiday home. Do you see a sale going through? And us getting the caravan we want, as people are undecided. Let's have a look, scroll down. Undecided if selling at the moment. Right, so you've got an offer. So fingers crossed, Leslie. Let's have a look and see. Are you going to have the sale of this holiday home going through? Okay. Right, this is for Leslie. Right, Leslie. Are you a little bit under the weather at the moment, Leslie? Are you worrying an awful lot? Look at the stress there. Okay, stop stressing. It's not going to do you any favours. And here we have the move. Okay, so there is a sudden realization that I think these people will want to buy. Why do I say that? I say because they're avid lovers of the countryside. But I also want to say because of this. Now, this is a justice card, so this covers all the legal stuff that goes with, the transaction of selling your holiday home. Now, as you can see, it says in 11. So we could say, depending on whether up to 11 days or certainly within 11 weeks. Now, that might be a little bit further off, but you have got legal papers around you. So I do feel, and the other thing I feel as well, there may be somebody else to step forward because there's two, unless you have two holiday homes. But this is all about duplicity. So there could be another couple that come forward as well. So remember, I've said that, okay? So I thought what I would do, you question, it looks fine, all right? It does look okay. I want to look at, I'm going to put an angel on it for you because I always think when you're worried about especially something as big as that. Let's have a look and see. Look at that, we've got the nature card, out in the outdoors, okay? So that's just saying about be outside, which you are anyway. And let me just see what we're getting here. Truth and integrity. Okay, so interesting. So make sure you do the checks. Make sure that you can check these people are 100% kosher, as they say. And I feel as if then things will go fine for you. So fingers crossed. You've got legal papers, and that's exactly what I would like to see when you're completing some kind of house move or holiday home as you are. So good news, Leslie, and thank you for sending the question in tonight. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the next question. Who's coming up next? And it's Sloane's Lass. So Sloane's Lass says, hi Anne, my husband, who is a Gemini, made a holiday comment with, sorry, I've just moved out too much, with home wrecker Aries and kids. Is this just talk? As you felt they should have ended by now. Thank you, lovely. Right, now Sloane's Lass, when you've got three people's free will involved in this, we can look at things and look at, there are opportunities for them to separate, but they don't always take them. So what I want to say here, is he being truthful? Right, let's have a look and see. Let's see what's going on. Right, whatever issues they've had, they seem to have made up, okay? So I don't feel it's been that easy for them. Not what you want to hear, I know. And of course, we've got the friendship renewal card here. So I do think there was a lot going on there. Could have been quite touch and go. Right. Now you're feeling quite defensive and upset by this. And I'm just looking to see. I do feel that he is saying he's not doing it to wind you up. I do think he means what he says. So I would just be a little bit prepared. How do you feel about that? And, what are the arrangements going to be? Sometimes we have to sit right back from things in order for things, or the universe to bring in what we truly, truly need. I'm going to pull you an angel card. So let me have a look and see what we've got going on here. Let's have a look and see what's going on with this holiday. Right. There are blessings coming in around you, so life is going to get a little bit smoother and a little bit easier for you. Now, you do have answered prayers, but one of the things we can't be asking for is any harm to come to anybody else. So, is it that you don't want them to go on holiday? That's interesting. So, I'm just going to take another look. Yeah, do a little bit more research. There's healing here. I've got the healing rainbow around you. So I do feel there's a lot of healing coming in from the angels for you as well. But I feel as if, I don't feel he was winding you up. I do feel as if, kind of also being told by my guys that he wanted to test the waters as well to see how you would react. So I do feel he does. But I think he was also trying to test the waters and how you would react or behave, my lovely. So stay strong, keep your vibration high, okay? Out of every cloud is a silver lining. So let's just wait for that to come in for you, okay? That's love. Right, okay, so the next person we have up on here is Derek. Hi, Derek. How are you? He's saying, hi, Anne, I hope you are keeping well. Can you see any opportunities to travel abroad in the future? Thanks. That's from Derek. I'm very well, thank you. Had some nice time out. Very busy, sure, in this field. So we want to know, are there any opportunities to travel abroad in the future? I will just say near future, because the future, you know, we don't want to be saying, oh, yeah, there are in 10 years. Yeah, no. Let's have a look at the near future for you. Let's see, are there any opportunities to be going abroad? Right, there certainly seems to be a transition around you at the moment, Derek. There certainly seems to be endings with new beginnings coming in. And here we've got a celebration around you. Have you got a birthday coming up soon? Not yours, but one close to you. But a celebration where you're giving yourself a pat on the back. So you're doing good, yeah? Right, let's have a look at the travel for the near future. There are new beginnings here. Just looking to see. Right, so as you can see, I'm pulling the cards. I'm not exactly getting travel, okay? What I am getting here is with the ending of the cycle around you, or the energy now changing around you, there is indeed new beginnings which need nurturing. I've got the Ace of Pentacles here. So are you changing job? Are you at a promotion? Anything along those lines is there for you. There's a lot you're going to be very busy, Derek, that's for sure. And there seems to be more things, more pentacles being offered to you. So I feel as if you will be sitting pretty. So at the moment, Derek, as I'm looking at this for the next 6 to 9 months, I can't see it at the moment. I'm just going to pull one more card. Is there anything further than that? Let's have a look. Let's see. Not getting anything that's going to sort of stand out. You know what? We talk about co-creating our own world, don't we? And so maybe you should make this happen. If it is just to visit people or a holiday, you can make that happen. If it's to do with work, there's something very good around a work situation coming in. And of course, there's a journey with that. So not quite at the moment, all right? So I'll leave that with you. I'll pull you an angel card. Let's have a look and see what we've got with the angels. I will put an angel on it if this is what you are desiring. Don't forget to manifest. So let's have a look and see. So what did I say? I said the death card. So the transformation, new beginnings. angel card, first one at the back, new beginnings. So there is a new pathway for you, Derek, here, and the angels are shining the light on that pathway for you. So I would watch where there are doors opening and a new start for you, okay, very soon, okay. Thanks very much for sending in your question. And that was from Derek. So let's move to the next. Just before I do, I don't know if you're aware, but we have been in a Mercury retrograde, which from the 21st of April to the 14th of May. And I don't know if any of you are familiar with that. So if you've had or experienced some miscommunications between family, loved ones, partners in relationships, this can be one of the reasons why. Any delays in transportation, going on holiday or anything like that, this is another effect of it. And also communication. So in a general sense, so things can go missing in the post, that kind of thing. Now, the good news is that it is coming to an end on the 14th of May. However, we're not entirely clear from the post shadow till the 31st, okay? So in a Mercury retrograde, don't start something new during this time. Wait until you get into June. Use this time to reflect, assess, and see where you stand, okay? It's not good to start things new in a Mercury retrograde. The people that it's in Taurus, so if you're a Taurian, you might have felt it more or stronger than anyone else. The other star signs that it will be affecting is Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So don't get frustrated if something isn't happening quite on time. Just know that it's not the right time, and this is the time to reflect, analyze, and make plans, but not actually put them into action just yet. So let's be clear of this until we get to the 1st of June, and then it will absolutely fire forward. Things will happen, things will change around, and things, if you experience it, things will speed up, okay? Just thought I'd let you know that, because I do get a lot of questions about communications and things like that. But at this time, it's a little bit susceptible to the Mercury retrograde. Remember that. I know my daughter rang me up yesterday and she went, "Is there a Mercury retrograde going on?" She don't believe in this because she's a scientist. And I go, "Oh, fancy you asking me a question like that." So I do pull a leg about it. Right, so we'll move on to the next question. And just before I do, just to remind people, Miss Suzanne, good to see you too. Regina, if you want to have the question answered, text Anne and your name and your question to the number on screen, and it will come up then here. I can't do them straight off the channel. I've actually got a list of questions here that have already been sent in. So get involved, yeah? Okay, so the next one is Juliet, is it? Our house was, sorry, I've got that wrong. Our house was viewed by 2 different people last week. Will one make an offer on our property in the next week? Right, let's have a look. Good question. It's always a nerve-wracking time, isn't it, when you've got people looking at your house and you want to move on. Okay. Well, there's your property. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. That to me is always about home, happiness. Right, so I've just been talking about Mercury retrograde. Here's the Hanged Man. There are delays around this, so they might not make it next week. All right, so let's see what's going to happen. Oh, and then we have a celebration. If you have a birthday coming up, oh, and then we've got the legal papers, legal contracts being drawn up. So don't worry if nothing happens this week. You're probably looking into next week because the Hanged Man delays things somewhat. So I would say you will, but it's just not quite at the moment. And here we have the Justice and the Balance card and things moving forward for you. So keep your fingers crossed. Lovely. Right, so let's have a look and see at the next one. Right, so we've got Eve now. So hello, Eve. And Eve is coming on the premium route, and you pay a small fee for your text when you jump the queue. So if you want to get something answered and you want to get something off your chest and know what's going on, why not do that? So we have Eve, and she says, "Hi Anne, Pisces lady here, wondering for a timeline on communication with Aries man, thank you." Well, I don't know if you've just heard when I was talking about the Mercury retrograde, things can go a bit awry. So let's have a look and see. Pisces lady and Aries man. Let's have a look. Let's get your energy on these cards. Timeline, what's going on? Timeline with communication. Right. This is interesting. Is there somebody else around him, or is he tied into his work? He seems to be committed to something here. Right, now, the first card I get when we ask the question, the timeline, we've got the Eight of Wands. This is a card of time speeding up. So this is a card of things happening quite quickly. So thank goodness for that. I would give you timeline. I can go any time between 1 to 8 weeks, right? But the reason why I'm not going to 8 weeks is because of the Ten of Pentacles and the friendship that's been put down. What I've got here is probably more than likely a 1 to 2 weeks where communication would come in. Would you understand why I feel he may feel a little bit guilty or is a little bit fearful of getting in touch? But he does have the strength to see this through, okay? And there is a new journey here. However, err with caution, because the restriction of the devil here, although it's temptation, this is why I said, is he fully free to actually, if he is, then he could be committed to his work or something else. So let's just have a look and see. We have got stability around the communication in 4 weeks here. So that's better for communication and sailing away from difficulties in 6. So, yeah, just a little while longer yet looking at this. I'm going to pull you an angel card. Let's put an angel on it, shall we? And see if we can nudge it along a little bit with a bit of angelic help. Miracles can and do happen. I love this card. Sometimes when we think something isn't going to manifest, in come the angels and make things happen. So it's saying here, there are little miracles around you. And I would also say here, that whatever restriction, I did talk about restriction, didn't I, there with the tarot, this is freedom from that restriction. So it feels like some kind of restriction around him will be lifted and he will be free and little miracles will happen. Okay, so thank you for your question. Right, okay, so let's just move on to the next. So just trying to move this on, it won't move. There we go. Right, so the next person up is Penny. Good evening, Penny. I'm just going to have a quick slurp. Keep the voice going. Penny says, is my current person of interest the one? So is your current person of interest the one? Let's have a look and see. Well, they're hearing your prayers because you're hoping it really is, okay? Oh, look at that, 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is a lovely card. Love and romance, balance, partnerships. Oops, the light shining on. There we go. Okay. Have you been, I want to say, I feel you've been a little bit more choosy about who you let in or who you are looking at from past. And this looks to me as if you've actually waited and selected really well. Just going to pull you a love card and see what we get out here. Now, this says engagement ring, but this is about partnerships, commitments, and unions, which really what the Two of Cups is all about. And did you know that swans, when they take a partner, they take a partner for life, which is why they come up on the Two of Cups. So, fingers crossed. This looks good. Okay, hope that all made sense for you. Right, and that question was for Penny. So if you're watching online, then you can send your questions in. Just text Anne, your name and your question to the number below. It will come through to me if you're in the UK, okay? Right, so the next question is Natalia. So Natalia is asking, there was this guy, James, he never spoke to me, maybe too shy, but we had strong connection chemistry. He disappeared. I don't see him anymore. Did he give up on me? Let's have a look and see, James. We'll ask the question, what happened to James? Okay. What happened? Did he give up on you? Let's have a look and see. Well, this is interesting again. So, to me, he feels like he moved away or he's he's gone. I don't know if he's gone to live in another part of the country or he was already in another part of the country. The Chariot is moving on here. I do feel he wasn't entirely happy with it and he found it hard work, or maybe he wasn't quite ready for a relationship. And the World, has he got overseas connections? Because this is all about moving, and I'm going over water here. So I don't know if you'd have known if he'd have gone on holiday, or do you think he felt quite bad about it? But what I will say is you've got two major arcana cards there out of three, which are the major arcana are all to do with what will come in, okay? The other ones are more like probabilities, the minor arcana. You've also got the Lovers. So whether it's him or somebody else, somebody is going to be back in touch. Someone from the past connects with you. So, and I've got an Aries man, a strong man. So I don't know if you knew, I haven't got your star sign here. So, and the Lovers also in my book talks about two people being around you. So if he has gone, there is someone else to come in, okay? But I do feel he's either gone over water, he's gone to the country, or he's just gone far, far away, yeah? Because he couldn't deal with it, and he felt a little bit guilty about it as well. Okay, let's have a look and see. We've got Madeline. Hello, Madeline. How are you? Thank you for sending your question in. And Madeline says, any romance for me? And if not, can you help me see why I've been single for so long, please, and how to change this? Thank you. Big question, and a good question, because a lot of people ask, well, why am I still single? What's gone on? What's happened? So let's have a look and see if we can ask the cards to show us what's happened. Any romance for you? I actually can feel romance around you, so I would say sometimes the universe just wants us to look at other situations of our life. I said I felt romance, didn't I? First card out is the Two of Cups. Here we go again. A different deck. So this is a union, some kind of union and passion around you. And I have a fire sign man. Look at that. Aries, Leo, Sagittarian. Primarily an Aries, but Leo, Sagittarian will do it too. This is a strong man. Right. He's being delayed. Okay, so that's why you've had to wait. Because this man is meant to meet you. Now, if he's been in another relationship, it might have been that he's taking his time coming out of it. Because it's delayed. Yeah, he's been trying, undecided. Not about you, yeah, about his marriage. So I feel this is somebody who has been married before. So it's just taken him a good while to come out of his own circumstances. And I do feel here, look at you, you've got the Chariot. Here, the Chariot is saying there's a focusing in on people. So I want to take it to July, or very least maximum around the next 7 months, whereby this man is coming charging in for you. So that sounds like exciting times. Let me just look. Yeah, the Chariot's about somebody really racing in. Okay, so there isn't a block or any other reason that it's not your journey. His journey has been delayed in getting to you. Okay, lots of love. Right, so let's have a look and see who's next. And we've got Natasha. So Natasha, hi, good evening, Natasha. She's asking, will I get the leadership position at my job? I'm about to meet with the boss to discuss and ask for the promotion and the chance to fill the vacancy. Right, good for you. Go for it, Natasha. Let's have a look and see what I've got coming in here. Let's see what we've got. Natasha and work. I feel as if now the job that you're in, you know how to do this job, and you're ready to take something on a little bit more challenging. See how the man hands something towards you? So to me, that is an offer coming in. And there we have the promotion, the Ace of Pentacles. So just in the middle of this, I've also got the Devil card. So I don't know if it's your fear that's getting the better of you here, because for that to come in around the offer. Okay, so it could even be that make sure that everything that you know about this job is on the table, because that would suggest some kind of restriction. So maybe it's not everything that they're saying about this job. So make sure you really find out the whole role, because something is being offered to you, but there's something restricting you here as well. So it might be that it's not quite all of it for some reason. You will understand better than me. I always say, I don't understand your life, I don't live it. But certainly here, there's just something there, okay? But in the outcome is good with it, all right? So go get them, Natalie, go get them. Or Natasha, should I say. Right, okay. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Right, so next up is Nancy. So Nancy, I'll look at yours now. Um, and I'm just looking at the YouTube channel, asktheanswer.com TV. And we've got, is it Shefell? Shefell. She's asking, Shefell, you're asking a question. I can't answer the questions from there. What you would have to do is send a text in down below. So all you have to do is text Anne with your name and your question to 077 00 152 500, and it will come up down here on my screen, and then I can answer it. Okay, it's free. Or if you are prefer, you can go to www.asktheanswer.com and then join as a Purple Hearts member. So if anybody else is watching, join as a Purple Hearts member. It's free to sign up, and then you get access to when I'm live, what's going on, and you can ask your question. All right. So, but the easiest way is underneath me. Yeah, follow the instructions underneath. Simple. They've made it as simple as possible for you. Right. So, Nancy, now on to you, my darling. Thank you for waiting. It says, hi, Anne. Jeff, the Virgo man, and I, the Capricorn, two earth signs, have not communicated since April the 1st. Can you tell me why he has not communicated or initiated contact? Right, okay, let's have a look and see. Why hasn't he communicated since April the 1st? Why has Jeff not communicated? Let's pull these out. So basically what's coming out here is stagnancy and healing. So we know he's been stagnant, but there's been some kind of healing process going on with him. If I said to you, this man doesn't feel in the right place at the moment to pursue anything more than just a chat, there's a sense of feeling very frustrated here, okay? Now, I do feel he will reach out to you, okay? But I've got another month yet. So he's not really doing anything quickly, is he? He feels a little bit, again, I get mentally defeated. So I don't, the chemistry was there. There was, an attraction there, but there's miscommunication, misunderstanding, illusion, and confusion with this. So I don't feel that he was in a position to, maybe he felt things were moving forward, not moving forward, but he didn't want to be, you to think that there could be something in this. So he's just kind of stepped away. So what I would say here is carry on mingling. I do feel he'll get in touch, but I wouldn't pin your hopes on it too much. Keep your emotions in your handbag, okay? Lots of love and thanks for sending in your question. Right, let's see. Who have we got next? We've got Sarah Jane. Hi, Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane says, hi, Anne. Please can I have a love reading for the next few months? What is highlighted? And that's from SJ. Okay, Sarah Jane. What's being highlighted for romance in the next few months? What's being highlighted for Sarah Jane for the next few months? Okay, we do seem to have a growing of a friendship here. Talking to somebody, liking the conversations, a little bit, it's very back and forth. But the important thing that I've got here is this, which is talking about friendship. and it's talking about renewal. And it feels like, this feels to me like there is somebody here that is being cautious, it's probably the best word I would use, on a friendship level, keeping things to a friendship level and taking their time. This is coming out a lot tonight, look at this. And then all of a sudden, we get the Tower with the Two of Cups, the revelation that there are more feelings behind this person than first thought. So it's almost like somebody saying to you, we'll just be friends, yeah? But then all of a sudden, they then realise it's what you've got is more than friendship. So keep talking to people, because this is going to, I'm looking at an Aquarian, Libran, Gemini energy here. But this is, at first, don't sort of mention, don't go in too heavy, quite light, because this person is a little bit slow. Not sure what they want at the moment, at the beginning, but then realise, actually, they do like you a lot. Okay? Thanks for your text, Sarah Jane. Right. Then we have Jane. Do you see a new relationship for me? So, hello, Jane. Let's have a look and see. Do we see a new relationship for you? Jane, you've got lovely energy. You're very sensitive. The energy I pick up with your text. Right, okay. Summertime. Look at that. Take a closer look. Summertime. There will be a new relationship. It's time to let go of the past and allow the new in. I have got a holiday here. Now, I've also got travelling. So there's an overland journey here. You're taking a train to visit somebody, or you're going for a day out somewhere. There's some kind of trip here. But I also want to say things are well favoured for you. And again, I've got the Chariot, where this man is coming in, and I've got July. However, this man may have European connections, whether he's family are in Europe or he is part European. Lots of communication. Look at that. Flirty text messages, and you feeling very pleased with yourself. Yeah. So I go summer, possibly even August, the month of Leo, all of those around that time frame. So yeah, I would say I think you'll be quite impressed with this person that's stepping forward into your life. All right. Lots of love, and thanks for sending in your question. Right. Let's see. I've just answered that one. That's probably been sent in twice. Right. So we're with Joan, and Joan is asking, does Tom, my man, who is a Sagittarius, really want to be married to me, even though he knows I do not want to ever get married again? I'm a Scorpio. Okay, let's ask the question, what does he want from you? What does he want from you? Because if he's saying he wants to marry you, he knows that you don't want to get married again. What's he doing? Okay. Mr. Sagittarius, what are you doing? Right, okay. Mr. Sagittarius thinks that if he can slowly catch your monkey, that you will say at some stage yes. Are his intentions honourable? I do feel that he is a little bit insecure, And by marrying you, he's more or less, it would make him feel very secure. But without the marriage, he's feeling insecure. So maybe we need to talk to him to sort of reassure him a little bit more. It makes no difference, I know, you know, whether you've got a piece of paper or not, but it's important to him. It seems to be very important to him. And because I get here as well that somebody's coming back from the past. So somebody, and I get the feeling that's what he thinks. Are you going to go back to somebody that had been around you before, or that, you know, that kind of feeling? So I would say this is down to his insecurity, because he wants to be sure. Just going to pull a love card. Yeah, he wants to make sure. Time for a chat with him. He wants to make sure that you're not going to go anywhere else. Okay? Hope that answers your question, John. Thanks. Right, okay, so don't forget, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, then we don't take questions from there. So you have to take your questions to www.asktheanswer.com, make yourself a Purple Hearts member, and that way the question will come through there. You can ask the question from there. Or if you look below the screen, it just says simply text Anne and your name with your question to 077 00152 500. And those are the ways you can get your questions answered, from the website or through the text message. Okay, so that's the way to do it. Right, okay, let's have a look and see who else we have got here. And we've got Derek. We've got another question here from Derek. This is a different one. Right, okay, so this is interesting because Derek, I actually saw this in the cards, but it wasn't the question you were asking. Could you please see if I will move house within a year or so? I don't feel connected with the area I currently live in, and would ideally love to move back to where I was originally from. Okay, that makes more sense now. I do feel there's a house move, okay, for you, Derek. I do. Okay, so get out there house hunting and looking, because I do feel there is one there for you. And if I remember rightly, with your first question, it was there, but I didn't go into it because you were asking something different. Right, okay, and then when you go back to where you were originally from, so let's have a look. Yeah, you are struggling where you are at the moment. There seems to be a lot of confusion, conflicting things here. Right. So in 4 months, I would say here is an opportunity to move house. There's a big sorting out, okay? Really going through where you want to live and how it suits you. There is something you need to achieve by being here, is what I'm being told by Spirit. Whether you are, not so much where you are, but where you're moving to, is something that you need to achieve. And the Wheel of Fortune says you need to go with the flow. Lots of nice energy coming in around you. Still not getting you, I can only go short term. Still not getting you going back to where you're originally from. We're a bit of a way off from that yet, but it's not insurmountable, okay? Let me just see. Yeah, I think there's something else you need to, there's another purpose for you to fulfill before you go back to where you're originally from, okay? So with the move, that will make things much better for you because you're a little bit wiser where in your experiences. And are you on your own? Because I want to say there may be a romance there as well when you move. If not, there's just a lot of love going on, okay? So lots of love and thanks very much for your question. Right, we have Mark next. So, right, big question, Mark. Let's have a look. get my cards for this. Mark says, I would like to know if my partner has been cheating this year, and if she has it been with John? Right, I couldn't tell you whether it was his name. I need star signs with that. Obviously, there's something going on here. Oops. So, has your partner been unfaithful? Big question, that. Big question. Right, there's your partner. Right, okay. So, this is a very delicate question. I feel your intuition is guiding you to think these things, and the fact that there are certain things that alarm bells are ringing. I feel you need to pursue those alarm bells, okay? Don't ask me when, where, what if, whatever, okay? There's obviously an unhappiness and a reason if this is going on. It could have been just even a short thing, not something, long lasting. Because the feeling here is she's made a commitment to you. So I feel that you need to sit down and ask her why she's unhappy. Get to the reason. There's always a reason for it. Get to the reason why and listen to what she's saying, okay? Yeah, I think you need to follow your intuition, Mark, in this case, okay? Lots of love, and thanks for your question. Right, okay, so don't forget as well, you can send your questions in for next week. I'll be here next week. You can actually send them in now if you want to wait for next Monday. Failing that, I am logged in. If you look at the website, you can see the schedule, and I post up when I'm going to be logged in, so when you can come through to me and have a chat. I am logging in after the show, so I will be logged in from about 10:08 to 9 o'clock this evening. I can't remember what I put down for the rest of the week. I must check, make sure I've done it. But then you can talk to me and we can go more in depth. A text message is a little bit like when you're buying paint. You don't buy the full can right away, do you, when you're decorating? You buy the little paint pot tester. And that's what texts are like. They're a tester to see if that resonates with you. If it resonates with you, then that's your cue to come through for a more in-depth reading. Okay, so the next person up is Carol. And she says, will I ever find true love? Carol, big question. Will you ever find true love? Let's pull an angel card. I feel we need to. Let's have a look and see. It's been quite difficult for you, Carol, where relationships have been concerned. And I feel that on a spiritual note, you've grown such a lot. I do feel it will come in. And she turns over the card and it says answer prayers. There you go. You will, okay? But this is about divine timing. You will be in the right place at the right time. So no matter how hard you go looking for it, you may not be able to find it. Yeah? Under a rock, under a bush, wherever. Yeah? You need to let go, okay? If you let go and surrender it to the universe will bring it in, because this is divine timing. So this person will walk in at absolutely the right time, okay? Can't give you any dates and times with this, not with the angels. But what I would say to you is first concentrate on letting go, okay, from the past, letting go of wanting somebody, because the universe won't give it to us if we just sit and want, yeah? It's our desire, that's the word we use, to be in a relationship, a loving relationship. sort of going on for your manifestation. So if you can let go and trust, put your trust in the universe, then the universe can do its work and bring someone in for you, right? Sometimes we don't realize we don't have the control. I don't think we ever did, actually. So I hope that answers your question, Carol, and thank you for sending it in. Right, let's have a look and see who's next. How we do the time? I've got 2 different times on here. Let me just check. Oh, we've got 3 minutes left. So, time for another question. Last question of the night, okay? So this is from Elizabeth. My question is, does the man who has returned in my life want more than a friendship? Thank you, Liz. And this is from Liz. Right, does the man who's returned into your life want more than friendship? Let's have a look. What are this man's, let's ask the question, what are his intentions? What are his intentions? I don't think he does, looking at what I've got here. He's quite settled the way he is. He's been away a long time. He's got his life, he's got his act together in the way he is at the moment. So he doesn't want anything to upset the apple cart. I don't feel he's looking for something long term. I'm just going to pull a love card to see what we've got here. Yeah. So we've got the card of heartbroken. So this man has been deeply affected by events in the past. He can feel quite lost. So I don't feel this person is going to be the man. Just keep him at arm's length, okay? And don't read too much into it, yeah? Hope that makes sense to you, Liz. Thank you very much for your question. Right, okay, it's time for me to wind up now. Thank you to everybody who has been sending your questions in. Lots of questions tonight. Thank you to everybody who's watched on YouTube. And hello to Isabel Dobson. We've got Simply Juniors. Is this the right number for people in the USA? No, it's not, sweetheart. It won't work for that. What I will do, I don't know if you could put +44 in front of it. +44, drop the first 0, and then the other numbers. Don't quote me on it. I think that's how it works. Or better still, go to the website. There it is above my head. www.asktheanswer.com, and well, not the end bit, just asktheanswer.com. You can make yourself a Purple Hearts member. It's free. Then you can go into see all the other things that open up and ask your question from there. I will be here next week at 8 o'clock. So have yourselves a fabulous week, okay? And thank you for all your questions once again. I'm going to log out of all of this and then log into the phone lines. So if you would like to speak to me, I will be available. And if you want to know where, I'm up there, asktheanswer.com. Simple. My PIN number is 500345. And happy to talk to you about whatever situation is going on around you. My real, the reason why I do this job is because I'm here to bring clarity, comfort, direction, and empowerment. Okay, so those are the things that I work by in a reading. So from me, and thank you to everybody who sent questions in. I will say good night, take care, and see you next week. Mwah. Lots of love. And bye for now.